morning, children. Today you are going to see the next subtopic, that is electric generator. Okay, you have studied electric motor, so this will be very easy for you. In electric motor, which energy is converted into which energy? EM. No, electric motor. Electrical energy is converted into mechanical energy. Here just opposite to that. Okay. It converts, is a machine which converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. So it's very important. What is an electric generator? It's a machine which converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. Okay. So there are two types of generators, AC generator and DC generator. I will be explaining about AC and DC in the next video. Okay. Now it is AC generator. Okay, in a textbook we are having only AC generator, so we will be studying AC generator. So alternating current generator, it's also called as AC generator. We'll see what are the things. We know the principle. We have studied that it is based on electromagnetic induction, right? And with which principle? Fleming's right hand rule. Okay. The principle is, in a closed circuit, the magnetic field lines changes and induced current is produced. Okay, a magnetic field line changes and induced current is produced there in a closed circuit. Construction, like in motor, electric motor, here also there are some parts. See, armature you have studied already. Here also the coil, we have named it as ABCD. It consists of large number of turns of insulated copper wire wound over a soft iron core. Okay, on soft iron core. What will it do? It revolves around an axle. One axle will be here in the middle. See, I have put a dotted line, no? It revolves around an axle between the two poles of a strong magnet. Both the sides magnets are placed. So armature is a coil named ABCD. It has large number of turns of insulated copper wire on a soft iron core, and it revolves on an axle. Okay, between the poles of the two magnet. This is armature. Next one is field magnet. Usually permanent magnet. In dynamo also I said, that is the reason Fleming's right hand rule is also called as which rule? Dynamo rule. No. So permanent magnet in a small dynamo. If it is a small dynamo, permanent magnet will be used. But if it is in the other name of the dynamo, you see, that is magneto. The permanent magnet which is used in dynamo is magneto. Okay, keep this in mind. And in generator and all, we can't use the small one. We should go for electromagnet. Okay. So here we are taking two magnets, north and south, and slip rings. In motor we studied about split rings. Okay, split rings. Here we are studying slip rings. See, two rings are there, R1 and R2. R1 and R2, they are hollow metal rings held at different heights. See, it is not seen together, two different heights. And D is connected to R1. See, D is connected to R2. See, this is R2 and this is R1. Okay, if the connection, if you see, this is A is connected to this ring. Okay, like this. And D, if you see, it will come inside this ring and it will come and join here. Okay, so this is R2. So A is connected to R1 and D is connected to R2. What happens? No, they also will rotate. When the armature rotates, no, these rings also will rotate. R1 and R2 also will rotate. So this is about slip rings, not split rings, slip rings. Next one is brushes. Two brushes are there, see, B1 and B2. As we have studied earlier, these are carbon brushes. B1 is in contact with R1. See, this is in contact with R1 and B2 is in contact with R2. These are stationary. They will not move. Who will move with the armature? Only the rings will move, but the brushes are stationary. B1 and B2 are carbon rods. B1 is in contact with R1 and B2 is in contact with R2. They are stationary. They do not rotate with the armature. Now we will see the working. Now the armature is rotating. Okay. When it is rotated, induced current will be produced from north to south. What will happen? The magnetic field lines will be produced and it will be moving. So what happens? The induced current will be produced. Fleming's right hand rule will work there. Now only 2 points. A, B, C, D rotates clockwise direction. Okay, when it is rotating in clockwise direction, A, B will go up and C, D will go down. A, B will go up and C, D will go down. Okay, when Fleming's right hand rule works there, B2 from B2, see here, this one, A, B, C, D, no, this one is moving. B1 to B2 to B1 current will flow. This is very important. B2 to B1 the current will flow. These are the two terminals, okay. These are the two terminals I have kept. B2 to B1 it will flow and the galvanometer will deflect to the left. Only thing you should keep in mind is A, B, C, D is the armature. When it is rotating clockwise direction, AB will move up and CD will move down. When it is moving like that, the current will flow from B2 to B1. Okay. So the galvanometer deflection will be towards left. Okay. The same way, when the armature is turning 180 degrees, what happens? The opposite will happen. CD will come up and AB will come down and the current will flow in the opposite direction from B1 to B2. Here it is B2 to B1 and there it will be B1 to B2. That type of current alternating it's alternating, no? So it is called as AC current. A current which changes its direction with equal intervals of time is called as what? Alternating current or AC. The only difference in DC generator is instead of slip rings, this is very important. See, in DC generator it is not there, but in case if they ask, no, you should know. Instead of slip rings, what will be used? Commutator will be used. You heard of, no, this word? Commutator is used. In most of the power stations, if you see in thermal power station, hydro power stations and all, no, they produce what? AC. In India, the AC changes direction 1 by 100 second and the frequency is in some places it is 60, but in India it is the frequency is 50 Hertz. And this diagram is also very important. Draw the diagram and then you should study the explanation. See, A, B, C, D, and this is running in the clockwise direction, north, south poles. It will be like concave in the center, so that what is the reason for that? You find it out, okay? When it is straight, what happens? When it is concave, what happens? Okay. Now, this is R1 and this is R2. Two rings are there. Two brushes also, B1 and B2. Brushes are stationary. They will not move, but A, B, C, D will move with A, B, C, D with the armature. R1 and R2 also will move, and these two are terminals and galvanometer is fixed here. So when this type of movement takes place, like AB will go up and CD will come down, when this happens, the current will flow from BT to B1 and the galvanometer deflection will be towards left. When the opposite thing happens, like CD comes this side and AB goes that side, what happens? CD will come up and AB will go down. At that time, the current will move from B1 to B2. And the galvanometer deflection will be opposite to that. It will go to the right side. Okay, it's clear, I think. I'll send a working video also. Okay, working how it works. Okay, go through it, children, and write down the notes. It's very important. Okay, bye, children.